Hello all, hope we're all doing well. I just wanted to talk about a few things. I have a notepad, I'm sat in Melvin, and yes, those are some wheelie bins. So, there's just a few things that I think need saying about videos, about what I'm doing, about stuff. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone. I've got over 6,000 subscribers now, which, 9 months ago when I started this is just unbelievable. But people have sent me lots of things, while we've been in lockdown, while I've not been able to get out and make as many videos as I usually would, people have been sending me things, and the Morris Marina brochures that I did, for example, they've been sent to me, along with a few other things. So thank you for them. I'll put a picture of some of the things that people have sent me, and this is just an acknowledgement to you. So thank you so much for being generous enough to send me things, because it means that I can make more content and more interesting content, more varied content as well. So, I just want to say I'm changing a few things, because as I start to evaluate what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and how I want this channel to go forward and grow and all this kind of stuff. So, I'm investing a little bit in it. So, you'll see I'm wearing a microphone. I have been for a few videos now. There's a fly flying around my car. I've been wearing this microphone for a few videos now, and that is hopefully making the audio a little bit better. I'm talking to you on a GoPro. Not anything fancy, it's a Hero 3, which is old, but it still works, so there you go. So I'm talking to you on a GoPro, and I want to focus on some very particular things. My channel has been a lot about the history of cars and the social impact of them, the engineering, the development that goes into them, and why cars exist, because I find that mega interesting, and I hope you do as well. But I want to be able to focus on that as well as some other things, and I'd also like to just put more into everything. So take things a little bit more seriously, spend more time on videos, because the amount of time that I spend on videos isn't an awful lot. Recording a video takes not very much longer than it takes to start that again. The amount of time it takes me to actually record a video is about as much as you see, plus 5-10 minutes or something like that. There's not too much more to it. And I want to do a few more things. So the standard videos that I do about cars, which have not been so, there haven't been so many of them recently for obvious reasons, but hopefully we'll be getting back towards more of them. I want to do them slightly differently. So just certain cars I might be able to drive. I'd like to talk a little bit more about the engineering of cars. I'd like to talk a little bit more about just more, because there are some times where I don't include certain things. There are some times when I go on far too long. They're always different, all these different kind of things. So every video is slightly different just because of the way I'm feeling. But if I structure it a little bit more, decide what I'm going to do beforehand, and actually do some proper research, I can do some more. So there are some cars that aren't particularly interesting, shall we say, and there are certain cars that are enormously interesting and are enormously successful and have a massive impact on the history of motoring. So, like, take the Rover P6 as a random example. I'm going to do a video on one of them soon, hopefully. The Rover P6 is a massively interesting car, so I would be rambling on for much longer about a Rover P6 than it would be about something else. So I might end up splitting up videos and saying, okay, rather than doing half an hour on something like I did with the Rover 75, I'll instead do 2 10-minute videos. One about like the history and development of the car, and then one about the car itself. And that also pleases some people a little bit more, because I know there are people that don't like me sitting talking about the development of a car, or the people that don't like listening to the history of a car. They want to actually see the car, and so that way I could make things that appeal to both audiences. If you like both of them, you can watch both of them. Great. That also means I get a little bit more content, but that's just a natural side effect of changing it to to play to what people want out of these videos. So again, what do you want out of these videos? What do you like seeing? Do you like listening to me talking about the history or the engineering or the development of these cars, or not? Or do you just like watching me walk around the car and talk about how the car is? What do you like? If you like both, say. Because it really helps, because then I can start to tune my stuff towards what you lot want. And at the end of the day, I'm making these videos and they're dead fun to make, and that's why I do them. I don't do them for any other reason apart from that they're fun. And it means that I can nerd about cars, and who doesn't love that? But yeah, just what you want to see, because that's dead important to me. Also, other different kinds of videos. So you see me doing a lot of tinkering stuff with Melvin, which is going to continue if and when Melvin needs work. That isn't something that I've just started. It's just that Melvin works. Melvin doesn't need an awful lot of attention apart from just the routine stuff. Melvin just works. But there are a few other things that I've got in the pipeline. Road trips. I haven't been on a road trip since I started this YouTube channel because, well, just circumstances and life. So hopefully there'll be some road trips at some point in the future. I'll do that. If you don't want them, say you don't want them. If you do want them, say you do. And similarly, car shows. So there haven't been any car shows this year, which is a shame. But I did a video on Allscope Motorfest last year. If that is on this year, I'll be doing it again, obviously. But all the other shows that I would have been covering by now. So yeah, also just taking it more seriously, as I've kind of already said. Possibly doing 2 videos a week, every other week. And that means that I'm putting out a little bit more content, just a little bit fresher and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully grows this channel a little bit more, because I'd love this to end up being what I do with my life, because that's just sounds like fun to me. I don't know why I wouldn't, on balance. But yeah, why I'm telling you about this, I want to know what you think, and what do you like about content, what do you not like about content, and also about production. So I don't put any music in my videos. I could do. I don't put any. Well, my editing is very minimal. It's just cut together, and there's nothing fancy about it. I just point a camera, press record, and it records, and I talk, and that's all I do. If you want to see it be a little bit more polished, say. If you don't want it to be a little bit more polished because you think it might take away from the content, then tell me. Because I am, as you can tell with this microphone and this camera, I'm putting a little bit more effort into the production, and starting to try and take it a little bit more seriously. Again, I've said all this before. What else? There will be some modern cars. I like modern cars, believe it or not. It's not all just classic stuff. It's just that I seem to have access to a lot more classic cars than I do modern cars. I do like modern cars, so there will be some modern cars coming. Yeah, at the moment as well, when I'm editing videos, I'm using I can't remember the name of the software. Oh yeah, Lightworks, because it's free, it's easy. It doesn't have a lot of functionality, but it's free and easy to use. And so at the moment, my videos are in 720p and 60 frames a second. I could choose, I think I could anyway, choose 1080p, full HD, and 30 frames a second, but I like the 60 frames a second. So tell me what you prefer. Would you prefer the 60 frames a second? Would you prefer what you currently have, or would you prefer 1080p 30 frames a second? And also, if you've got any suggestions for editing softwares, or things that might increase my production values, then let me know. I'd love to hear it, because I'm still using free software. I mean, for the moment, that's great, because it means that the costs that go into me making a video are less, because I don't make a heck of a lot of money from this. There are lots of times where I go and record a car, and the money I spend on petrol getting there is greater than the money I get back. It's I don't do this for money. I do it for fun. Like the Citroen 2CV video, for example. I went down there to record that one car. I didn't make any money on that, but it's fun. So yeah, but in the future, I will probably want to be putting a bit more into it, and so getting some decent editing software might be a part of that, if you lot feel it's necessary. And finally, support. I've been asked an awful lot, which is both flattering and concerning, about ways people can support me, support the channel and what I do, which is lovely. It's also a little bit concerning, because I'm 20 years old, and I sit and put things on the internet, and people actually feel that this is worth them putting something into, which is just mind-boggling to me, but there you go. So people have asked a lot, And at the moment, the best thing to do is just click the subscribe button. Click like on the videos, click subscribe, because that means that, you know, the YouTube pixies that are controlling the algorithms means that my content gets pushed out to more people. So if you click like on it, if you subscribe on it, if you comment on it, then it gets out to more people, and that's the best thing you can do for me. So if you do watch all these videos and you haven't yet subscribed, just click the subscribe button. It's free. It's just below the video. If you haven't got a YouTube account, make one. Make a Gmail, and you've got a YouTube account, and then you can subscribe. Yeah, good. Yeah, some people also ask about merchandise because apparently that's a thing. Some, you know, there are other YouTubers that also do this kind of thing. So yeah, merchandise. That might be coming in the future. I don't know exactly what. Stickers, t-shirts, mugs, whatever. I don't know. Not thought about it yet, but that might be something that's coming. Again, if you would be interested in that, tell me. If you wouldn't be interested in that, also tell me. Because again, if you lot think I'm chatting utter bobbins, then tell me, because it matters. And finally, Patreon. Again, a number of people asked me about that, and I'm not particularly comfortable with that at the moment, because it just feels like people are giving me money for me to do what I do anyway. But if I'm going to be putting a little bit more money into this, that starts to become a drain on me. Not that anybody should be covering that, but it would then allow me to put more into it. So if you would be interested in Patreon, tell me. If you wouldn't, also tell me. And then I can gauge something and possibly do something. But at the moment, I started setting up a Patreon account and then decided I wasn't quite comfortable with it. So there you go. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk to you about. Not massive, just a little update, although I appear to have been talking for 12 minutes. No idea I've been doing that. But thank you very much for watching. Please keep subscribing, keep liking, and I'll be along with another episode soon. Probably on Sunday, where we might be getting back to proper car stuff, but I can't guarantee that yet. See ya.